Can you believe what we're about to discuss, Hockey Nation? Are we truly on the verge of witnessing the unthinkable? For generations, an unwritten rule has governed the NHL. You simply do not negotiate with your greatest enemy. Boston doesn't help Montreal. Edmonton doesn't help Calgary. And historically, Toronto absolutely, unequivocally, does not trade with Montreal. But what if I told you that in 2026, the cold, hard logic of the market is about to utterly trample over that sacred rivalry? A truly fascinating report dropped today, penned by Charlie McAfee and corroborated by respected insiders like Pierre LeBrun, painting the perfect, almost unbelievable scenario for the unimaginable. The Montreal Canadiens are actively in the market, hunting for a very specific type of player, a top six winger who is physical, fast, and crucially, knows how to put the puck in the net. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have firmly adopted a seller's stance, have exactly that player on their roster. His name is Bobby McMann. In this video, we are going to dissect this electrifying, potentially earth-shattering possibility. We'll break down why McMahon, with his impressive 19 goals already this season, is the absolute dream acquisition for Kent Hughes. We'll analyze the steep price tag for such a move. Will it cost us a promising prospect like Joshua Roy, or perhaps even a coveted first-round draft pick? And most importantly, we have to ask, does Brad Treliving, the Leafs GM, possess the sheer audacity, the cold-blooded business acumen, to send a legitimate goal scorer to his team's most bitter rival in exchange for future assets? Grab your coffee, because today we are talking about forbidden business. Let's dive in. First, we absolutely need to understand the product currently gleaming in the shop window. Bobby McMann is no longer that gritty, fourth-line grinder who is just fighting for ice time. In 2026, he is a bona fide, undeniable reality. We are talking about a player who has already notched an incredible 19 goals in just 56 games. He is on trajectory, a clear path to easily hit the 30-goal mark this season. But it's not merely the raw number of goals that is attracting Montreal's keen eye. It is fundamentally how he plays the game. McMahon is nothing short of a human freight train on skates. He possesses elite, truly elite, speed, clocking in at the 99th percentile in top speed according to NHL Edge data. He hits with purpose. He forechecks relentlessly, and he has the soft hands required to finish in tight spaces. He is a complete modern power forward package, a player built for today's NHL. The undeniable problem for Toronto? He's 29 years old and is slated to become an unrestricted free agent, a UFA, at the conclusion of this very season. He is going to demand a significant raise. He is going to want term on his next contract. And the Leafs, who are currently in a crucial retooling phase and desperately trying to clean up their salary cap situation, simply cannot afford the luxury of paying $4 or $5 million for a 30-year-old winger, no matter how much the passionate Toronto fan base adores him. The logical, albeit painful, conclusion for Toronto is crystal clear. Sell high. Bobby McMahon's value has never, ever been higher than it is today. And that, my friends, is precisely where the Montreal Canadiens decisively enter this captivating story. So why Montreal? According to the ever-reliable Pierre LeBrun, the priority wish list for GM Kent Hughes has undergone a significant transformation. They are not, at this very moment, desperate for a center. Perhaps they are placing their trust in internal development or anticipating the full, healthy return of Kirby Dach. The number one priority, the absolute top of the list, has unequivocally become a top six winger who brings genuine physicality. Montreal, as we all know, boasts an abundance of pure, unadulterated talent in players like Cole Caulfield, the highly anticipated Ivan Demidov on the way, and Uri Slavkovsky. But what they conspicuously lack is that crucial element of raw speed and brute force, that physical presence needed to consistently open up space for their younger, skilled players. They need someone to win those relentless battles along the boards and, crucially, to drive fearlessly to the front of the net. McMahon is the exact, perfect answer to that precise description. He would instantly inject a vital dimension that is currently missing from the Habs' offensive attack. Just imagine McMahon relentlessly creating space for a dynamic playmaker like Nick Suzuki, or providing crucial protection for a sniper like Cole Caulfield. Furthermore, his current contract is incredibly team-friendly at just $1.35 million, which makes him an incredibly easy fit under the salary cap. He also brings the invaluable experience of having played on Toronto's top line, a testament to his capabilities. The report explicitly states, if Montreal goes after a physical top six winger, it would solve as much as a center. The connection, the fit, is glaringly obvious. The only, and I mean only, barrier is the color of the jersey. Now, let's talk about the cold, hard reality of value. How much does it truly cost to pry a potential 30-goal scorer from the clutches of your most hated rival? The market, thankfully, has already established a baseline price. The article wisely mentions the Kiefer Sherwood trade as a comparative benchmark. Sherwood, who reportedly went to the Sharks, fetched a return of 2 second-round draft picks. But let's be brutally honest with ourselves. Bobby McMann is unequivocally a better player than Kiefer Sherwood. McMahon produces offensively on a legitimate top line. Sherwood, while a good player, is primarily a bottom six energy forward. If Sherwood is worth 2 second-rounders, then McMahon is worth an absolute minimum, a first-round draft pick or an equivalent high-value package of prospects. And this, my friends, is precisely where the Montreal Canadiens transform into an incredibly dangerous and undeniably attractive trading partner. Montreal possesses an absolute arsenal of draft picks. They have a staggering 8 picks in the upcoming draft alone. They have an abundance of ammunition, more than enough to make a compelling offer. Additionally, they have a stable of promising prospects, some of whom might benefit from a change of scenery. The name specifically cited in the report is Joshua Roy. Joshua Roy is undoubtedly a talent, but he has shown flashes of inconsistency. If the Habs are not 100% convinced he's a long-term fit, Roy could very well be the central piece of this blockbuster trade. Imagine the scenario. Bobby McMann goes to Montreal. Joshua Roy, a promising local prospect, plus a third-round pick, goes to Toronto. Toronto rejuvenates its roster with a high-potential prospect. Roy is from Quebec, but would undoubtedly thrive in Toronto, and Montreal acquires the ready-made, impactful player they desperately need right now. But what if Toronto's Brad Treliving wants to go in a different direction? What if he wants to bolster his defense? The report suggests that Treliving might be even bolder and specifically ask for blue line prospects. 2 intriguing names immediately emerge in the Canadian system: Owen Protz and Adam Engstrom. Adam Engstrom is that modern, fluid skating Swedish defenseman, a puck mover with high hockey IQ, that every single team in the league covets. Owen Protz, on the other hand, is the physical, old-school, stay-at-home defenseman of bruising presence. Extracting one of these highly regarded prospects from Montreal would represent a gigantic victory for the future of the Leafs defense. Perhaps McMahon alone wouldn't be enough to acquire Engstrom. Montreal absolutely loved that kid, but McMahon plus a late-round pick? Who knows? The crucial point here is this. Montreal possesses exactly what Toronto wants: future assets and prospects. And Toronto possesses exactly what Montreal wants: present impact and physicality. The truly monumental question, the one that hangs heavy over this entire potential negotiation, is not technical. It is profoundly emotional. Can Brad Treliving, the general manager of the Toronto Maple Leafs, truly survive the optics of seeing Bobby McMann score a crucial goal against the Leafs on a Saturday night at the Bell Centre, proudly wearing the iconic Canadiens jersey? Will the notoriously passionate Toronto fan base ever forgive such a perceived betrayal? Charlie McAfee's article is brutally pragmatic in its assessment. This season is already a wash for Toronto. If Treliving lets him walk for free in the summer, it will look even worse for him. That, my friends, is the harsh, undeniable reality of the business. Losing a valuable player for absolutely nothing in the summer is a clear sign of incompetence. Trading him for valuable assets, even if those assets come from your most hated rival, is intelligent, forward-thinking management. If Montreal offers the absolute best package, you simply shake hands with the devil and make the deal. And let's be honest, if the Leafs are truly in sell mode, they are not concerned with the current standings. They are concerned with 2027, 2028, and beyond. And having a first-round pick from the Montreal Canadiens helps their long-term rebuild infinitely more than clinging to wounded pride. To summarize, my friends, Bobby McMann is undeniably the right piece, arriving at the perfect moment, with his market value currently at its absolute peak. Montreal has a clear need for his specific skill set and possesses the abundant draft capital to pay the necessary price. The only thing separating this potentially franchise-altering deal from happening is the invisible yet powerful barrier of rivalry.